All right, all right. We are here. We are getting started. Probably get that going. Oh, ha 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 ha. Troller. Um, but yeah, we are here. We are actually getting to we are actually doing um we're actually getting back into Heavensward today. Um, exciting. And then tomorrow, either we will still be doing Heavensward, or I will be doing uh, on on my other, like, I've got two play characters to play. Normally we play our little Lalafell. Um, but like last week we were doing more like event type stuff. That I want those things for my main character before I go with my alt character there. So like the Palace of the Dead, I would like to beat with main before I beat with my alt. So those are the plans for tomorrow, but today it is Heavensward. So let's go ahead and where is the tab? I never can remember where I put tabs. um. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Should probably move this so I get the chat a little bit better. There we go. It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. He must have been a privileged. His must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you hides we need? There are your hides, Astidian, and I think. God.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Yes.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard. Fully 100% honest. That's what we're here for.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
You know, not one without merit.
If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest.
You know what? But the first step is having communication and understanding this conflict that we are having.
Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Which, not great. They shouldn't have suppressed it, but we don't have any of the information that you have. We would like said information.
'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elizan tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Heavensward, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster.
Okay, okay, let me get this straight. We would like to stop an attack with words. and conversation. A previous war, a lady you idolize also tried to stop it with words and reason. Okay. Just checking. It seems like it's a worthwhile strategy.
In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelga, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelga ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
I don't even think getting his eye is going to help with that. Where?
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelga instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
Okay. I'll be brought food. I'm gonna go investigate what's there. I will be right back. Sorry about that. He had brought food home, and he had bought something that we both had kind of wanted to try, and so I wanted to go try it. Very tasty. It's got a kick though for me. Kick for me, which I'm aware is not much of a kick, but kick for me. Tasty though. It had great flavor. I'm gonna stick to what he brought me though. There will be some crunchings and munchings, I think. I'm going to actually turn the mic off while the story plays anyway, so you can hear less crunchings and munchings.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelga resides.
Is autumn mist, my friend?
Nah, I just got back one of my crystals. It's all good.
I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Ah! Okay. Is that all? Ooh. I have... What does that get? Oh, no. Means I now have access to flying in the region. Okay, I think I got the crunchy stuff. The other ones aren't as crunchy. You are Ellie, yes? Pray address me as Ysayle, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together. Thus never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Should we make our way into Dravornia, then? The chill of the eastern highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Ooh, okay. That's where we're going next. Don't mind me, as I am also eating yummy food that I was brought. Are we going next? We need to go about. Ooh, this mountain pass here.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Trying not to make a mess here. There's an Aether Crown right above. Eating is very important. Food is very important. We now stand on the threshold of Dravarnia. The path to Som Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned? There's a village here. But I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos, Tailfeather. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marchamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to the ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do so before Ishgard burns. Oh, my goodness sakes. Sometimes Justinian can be so prickly early on. I mean, granted, he's got an angry dragon emotions in his head, so. Who can blame him? But still, man. Oh. Oh. Tasty. Oh, tasty. Think there are any other northwest. It's like 500. Alright, we'll find it. No, we will. Okay. It's going to be past the city. Oof. The Kokobo Keep. Tuned. Ether site. Things you do when you unlock a new place that has an ether site. And chocobos. Traveling vendor. I think we are. Well, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, and if it ain't the lovely Ysayle. It's been too long, girl. It has. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to some all. Might we stay in the Tailfeather for a while? Prepare for the next leg of our journey. Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Ooh. Such a mess. Bother us. Ysayle not explain things to you, boy? We've seen them towering elm trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere. and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Yselle here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set to head west. And none of these for my class. We'll just grab those. Oh, he does this too, huh? Oh, that is also... So we'll grab that as well. Here. I see you've making the rounds, getting to know the hunters and these parts. Well, how'd you like to help a real hunter? I'm overseeing 3 camps set out the east. The lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of them. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. I can't really say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Leonov, Gunnar, and Bear. Bear? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce those names. Hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. Okay. We said we're doing that because that is going to get the wind current that we're going to need. Mm-hmm. Why are you scantily dressed, my dude? I didn't want to see that. I don't care how you dress in the game. I really don't. But I don't want to see it. Unless you're a lady, that's different. I mean, I believe this game is rated 16+, so... there are options like that. I dare say, you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Gnath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling and a megalo crab and taught the thing how to walk on 2 legs. They never used to stray far from their hives, out of fear of the dragons. But they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties from moms in all directions. They've been taken to harassing the Devornians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And what they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'll be closer to the Gnats' home territory. And also talk to Yselle before I go. Oh, I know what that. But no, it's just the cabbage. They had gotten into the dip and then it looked weird. That's all. Almost done with the food here. And then you don't have to listen to my munchings and crunchings anymore. Ooh, okay. Let's talk to... It seemed that much has changed in Devarnia. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here, in Devarnia. Ooh, aye. So this was in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone. I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the path to the forests then, and wandered out from under the protection of the boughs. That was when I chanced upon Osvelgar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past. His presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marchamp found my unconscious form on the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health, and in Feather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people? Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they are rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for some all and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well, let us follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to some all, shall we? Okay. And where are these yummy little... Oh. Okay. Loop back on that one. There. Food consumed. Now, all I have is my drink, so I'm still drinking those. I got my tea. The north. I don't need to go to the north quite yet, I guess. I will. Not sure which is which. Okay. Oh, we are going north. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. There it is. I was like, it's here somewhere. Let's see. Not that one. The currency. That's. We have we got 2 more to find in the open world, and then we've got at least, and then we got 5 of them that are to do with quests. That's fun. Okay. Eventually we'll get to this. Okay. I gotta head back down to go do the things we need to do. Dang, now that I've got food in my stomach, I want a nap. Wouldn't even consider myself a napping, like a nap style of person, but damn, sometimes my body's just like, okay, nap time. Dude, you and I both know you have been home all day, doing absolutely nothing. Why is nap? Why is nap? Why is nap? I did work today, so I did leave the house. just to clarify. Alright, things are going well enough. Been running into a bit of trouble with those giant bugs in the woods, though. Da, 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 da. Oh, ooh, wild chocobos. Do I get up? Go. You don't. Oh. Do I get? There it is. Guess it wasn't that much up. Nothing out of the ordinary here. There's just one bird that won't shut up. Haven't been able to catch a wink for all its bloody screeching. Get up. Earth, do I get up? trying to get is up there. Guess I've gotta get... Well, there it is, I guess. I got up eventually. Heart. Had ourselves a bit of an incident the other day. Some fiend came stomping out of the tree line and gobbled up one of our fresh caught birds. Wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. And if we're going to keep on in this area, we'll need some extra hands. You tell the chief that. Okay. Soon as we end up back there, which will probably... Damn, okay. I've been playing the dancer, so I almost forgot how to play the class I'm currently playing. Summoner? I'll get back in the swing of it. I'm gonna bring this guy out. Like the best thing to do. Just have the bird out regardless. I forgot to have that. I forgot to have a lot of those things out. Been so used to playing the dancer, which I can kill pretty much anything at this point. Keep going on our way. Excuse me, but I don't actually have beef. Yes, you want to have beef, okay. I shall make you drumsticks. Should we chance to meet Marchamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. Mid ruins that I tentatively described as his guardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite semblance. I have a You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. The structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Devornian masters. This rebel inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. I mean, in reality, both of them make very valid points, but Estinian does not know architecture to save his life. He does not understand, and he has been brainwashed by his own people for so many years. So I do not blame. But also, violence does not always, unfortunately, had to solve this problem, and usually solves everything in Final Fantasy is the violence, but also the talking does seem to work. So, yes, please stop squabbling. We both know that you have very different takes and that he is not being swayed at this time. We must just keep pressing forward. Ellie, pray reason with these two. The truth of the past will be real. I could just grunt. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war, which will claim the lives of Devornians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Yeah, at least for now. Now we have to work together. Trust in Ellie's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Ellie's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Helsvalger will likely provide the catalyst Ellie's gift requires. As it did mine, let us press on. How come I have... Oh, I think I got it from the dungeons. You. No, this is should have casting. Oh, this is the one. No? Summoner, this is the one. This is the one. Okay. I do like that black. Okay. Confused I am, that's for sure. Okay. Inventory. We're going to compare it to what I'm currently wearing, which is basically not much different. But there is a skirt there. Okay. Promise there is clothes on. I do have clothes on. Spy you in the three great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Annex Trine. The place serves as a roost for Helsvalger's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Somal, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey their approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. I do not want to fight anybody today. Well, I will fight, but I don't want to fight. I don't want to make any more dragon chicken wings. So... Oh, looks like we are going to have ads here soon. So I think I am going to go ahead and take a quick break. I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Welcome in, Tinkia. Hi. Ended up giving the kitty some pets. It goes, it goes. How are you doing? Teas are good. Alright, just as I feared, the road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Champ did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen. Indeed, if they would threaten the dragon so openly, they tend to assault the lair itself. That's fair. That's fair. Oh. I pray they do not. Mighty though my Devornian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to Nath muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. I don't think they call them beastmen anymore. They've taken a lot of that out of the language here. They still call them like the tribes and stuff. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember. But I don't think they call a lot of them beastmen anymore. Right here. Oh, is there one more? Oh, there is. I did not realize there were. Okay. That's a big bird. We are being oh, okay. I see. It's because it came down to go back up. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. and keep your lance on your back, dragoon. On my word to the warrior of light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You are truly beyond salvation. Come, then. I like their dynamic. Oh, shoot, we're putting into... Okay.
Vidofnir!
Vidofnir. Oh, I had this. Ooh, a lot harder than it was earlier. Right, because I've been drinking a sweet treat.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
This particular the theme, the main
Thou
theme.
wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
This piece of music that we are hearing. I don't know if I don't know if it's super clear coming out. It is kind of soft and quiet for me as well. But this is one of my favorite pieces of music from Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know. There's like several themes. Like the theme for this one and the theme for Endwalker are like some of my all-time favorite pieces.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Valid. Vidofnir, it's very valid.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
Oh, oh, baby. Oh. I don't miss this version of Estinian all the time. I quite like who he becomes, but I'm not sure I like this version of him.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Estinian.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Reisfelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
That's what it sounds like.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
You and me both, girl. You and me both. As much as we try. These are current class. There was there's something over here. Yeah. We still have quite a bit of ways to go. Fail. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. For real. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you. A bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. That's not a word you hear every day. Compunction. Damn. Enough, I say. If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies. You are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Mershap. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. Okay. Before I go do any of that, we are going to grab the Ether Sight. Ether Sight, I think, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Both in the same direction. It's easier just to pop here. Pop. Pop, pop. I'm gonna chat with the guy for more than one reason, though. So, they've all got issues, but none of them thought to ask me for help. Do they think I'll bite their heads off or something? At any rate, I'd best prepare to round up the birds from each camp. Thanks again for your help, friend. Say, since you've already struck up an acquaintance with the people and all, maybe you'd be willing to lend them a hand. Seems like they'd talk to you their troubles readily enough. Story quest here. Oh ho, back already, are we? Ah, met the Nath, did you? And what is it you'd like to... Summoned a primal, you say? 7 howls! Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trade and habits, there's never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe. From what I understand, I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising, and what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of landtrap nectar, a basket of Calum tree fruit, and always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Naka flesh. I shall gather the flute. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should prevent little challenge for me. It's because he's a dragoon. He jumps and plunges. That's kind of his special skill in a dragoon. And I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphino's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll have to carve it from the smaller Nakas that live in the rivers. 3 big chunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down on what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You have been most kind, Master Marchamp. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks, and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add the last one there is a rotten Naka egg. Okay, actually, let's go back up that direction. We'll go up to go down, looks like, is the easiest way to go about it. Do do do. Oh goodness sakes. Blackbird. Oh, I don't want to die. Why is that thing targeting me? Go away. Ooh, okay. Okay. Alright, let's go grab the last one. That should be the last of that. We got one directly to the south. I don't necessarily have to go get it right now, but like I want to. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Yeah. Southeast. No, thank you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Their city? Must be. Is it? Hold on. I shouldn't have tried to come for it yet. Ba ba da ba da ba. Ba ba da ba. Ba ba da ba da ba. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Yazael's help. Do you have the Nakami? Yes, I do. Splendid. I shall put this with a Stydian's fruit and assemble a suitable, generous-looking hamper for the Nath. There we go. Why do I look like Elton John? Why was my first thought Elton John? Okay. Why? Maybe it's the glasses? I don't know. But I definitely had the vibe of Elton John. Not intentional, mind you. Oops. Okay. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal of some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Click. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Landtrap nectar, Calum tree fruit, and Naka flesh. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are. The rancid insect keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped. Stifling. And horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come, it is not far. Our offering is good. They have accepted. Ooh, la la. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words. For we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies, such sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone. What strange hunters you are. But if it's words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of Nath's god, of the one mind summoned into our midst. The one mind. Are those the Nath who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. It was likely one that had fled battle with my kinsman. I should commend you for finishing the job. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged showers passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravornian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravornian lands would become Nath lands, and even larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Sending, slaying, aiming, healing, and casting. That's probably the That's probably another one of the story. The Ether Site, so on, quests, shenanigans. Yes, yes it is. The Vath Fleetfoot is examining a weapon. Okay. So we hear not each other's thoughts, generous hunter. You somehow know that we need our help. That we need help? Our weapons are wanting. We need more. I would make a request of you. Please bring us muskets with which to defend ourselves. You can take them from the Nath nearby. 2 would be sufficient. And other... Northwest. That way. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good. Conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil and would willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much. But you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their domain. Dominion. To a scion of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek not but territorial gain, I can only conclude they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that we may be sending the warrior of light to her death? No, You have the right of it, Astidian. But see, it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me. I do not fear my duty. Wait, Ellie, need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ah, do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray till it appears. Astidian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. We are Vath. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not so generous as that. You wish to beat our god. Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. You are generous hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us one more. We are very fond of Naka flesh. Yes, the meat of the young Naka would make a fine... I guess I've got to go get more Naka then? Ooh. Okay. Okay. Um. So. Vath. There you go. Another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes, you will have more of the words. Strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. Senses of the One Mind are enmeshed in the Overmind. One sees, all sees. One feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our God undetected is all but impossible. The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits in the center of the Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the one who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combination will that the primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the non-mind, who, for reasons had yet to escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and the nature of their own God. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Careless though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal. As sacrifices, should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, Nath will bring us before the deity to make an offering of our souls. Oh shit. Okay. I didn't realize how tired I was. Because while I was traveling, I took a mini nap. Somehow. So, I think I'm going to go ahead. While nothing really got done today, I am going to go ahead and end stream. Because I am falling asleep in my chair right now. I'm apparently more tired than I thought. I stayed up a little too late last night. So. I am going to go ahead and end it here tonight. Or we have more ads anyway, so have a wonderful rest of your night, time zone, wherever you're at. I do apologize for ending stream a little earlier than I was anticipating, but sometimes we just gotta listen to our body. So have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I will see you all later. Whatever that is. Bye.